What is up, guys? It's your boy Tiago, and as always, welcome to the Man Cave. I will apologize as of right now that PS3 is super loud, at least the fan is. Not sure if you can hear it. It's actually got, let me see, what is this? Oh, the Cars game on it. I was just playing it for a little bit. You know, got to see if this is one of the games that I just got. It's actually a disc only game. But, you know, I've been able to pick up quite a few of the Cars games. And look at the visuals. Look at the visuals on Cars. This is the only thing so far I don't like about this game is, you know, you're trying to race and then you get a bunch of, like, storyboards, and I can't stand that. I mean, just let me race. But the game looked good. You know, it plays really good. I mean, apparently you can even drift. That's pretty cool. You know. Oh, there goes another storyline. I like how everybody's kicking my ass. It's crazy. Alright. I don't need the drift, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Yep. Ooh, cut that shit close. Come on, bro. Oh. I have no idea why I thought that was a ramp. Alright, guys. That's enough of that. Anyways, Plants vs. Zombies on the 360. I'm going to give this a shot. Actually, a buddy of mine's told me that this is actually a fun game to play. I'm trying to figure out a game that I can play on the Series S. Not too sure which one I'm going to go with yet. I'm trying to get away from always playing Battlefield and a lot of these first-person and third-person shooters. Try something different. As always, I got the Wii U. That'll always be set up with all my Nintendo games. I have the Splatoon edition Switch over here. That one's got my Zelda, which I'm going to try now. One of the things that, you know, I'm very, very happy about is Mortal Kombat 1 finally on the PS5 on the store. And it is a free download, so you can get the entire game for free. Finally, they get something to put on this damn, you know, because you pay for the PlayStation Plus, and then they always put turd games on PlayStation Plus. I can't stand that shit, but this is a plus right here. It is definitely PS5. You know, the graphics are enhanced for the PS5, and they also have the PS5 Pro Enhanced Edition as well. But as you can see, it's already downloaded, ready to get played. You know what I mean? I'm super excited about that, but that is not why I'm actually making this. This is why. So this is your basically what you're looking at. Pick up from my local AmVets and a secondary thrift shop that I normally go to. And I was able to pick up the Game Informer magazines. Now these are about 6, 7, 8 years old, I believe it is. I was able to pick up the Superman comic, and then these 6 games right here I was able to pick up. The lot behind it, which is the Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then the 5 disc-only games were from a different thrift shop, but excellent prices on everything, guys. Super, super excited that I was able to get my hands on this. Especially the Game Informer magazines, because you really don't come across these very often out in the wild, in a very, very good condition. So super excited about that. And once again, it proves that going out hunting, you know, whether it's at your, you know, local thrift shops, if it's at, you know, your Goodwills, you know, obviously that's a thrift shop, but your local Goodwills, you know, Salvation Army and all these other places that may have consoles and games, don't miss out on it. You know what I mean? Don't miss out on it. I mean, I literally walked by, you know, these 3 different times, didn't even realize that they were all sort of bagged in a bundle, and it was bagged in a clear right bag. I'm gonna go ahead and block this out, some information of whoever this used to belong to. But overall, great condition magazines, and for those people who are just collectors of the Game Informer magazine, that is cool. I was able to get a couple of games that I did not have in my collection. One of them is this one right here. I do not have this one right here, but I was happy to pick that up. The condition is probably fair, maybe a little bit better than fair. Just something that I'll probably keep in the collection itself. And then, as always, you get a ton of the big game hunters. And I don't normally play these types of games. Not really interested in the hunting, but somebody told me that these games are pretty fun to play if you like sort of shooter type games. I know this, you're not going against war and you're not doing all these crazy moves and all that other stuff. It's just basically hunting. But I heard this was pretty fun. Sports Champions, I couldn't tell you how many of those I have. And then this one obviously just came in a mix. Honestly, I mean, I couldn't even tell you how many of these I have. But some of the old school Madden games, I think are better than what is coming out now. So the last 5 years, I wouldn't play Madden at all. I mean, it's pretty trash. I think that the best Madden where I felt was the end of like the Madden era was in 2017. And I think that was the best they had at one point. Also, these here, this is the, Plants vs. Zombies. That's what's over there on the Xbox right now, the 360. This looks actually like a lot of fun, and I was happy to pick this one up again. I was told this one's pretty good. We have another Bioshock. I actually have this. I love the Bioshock games. I think they're great. Assassin's Creed Rogue, Gears of War 3, NASCAR 2008, Bioshock Infinite, which is great, and Assassin's Creed 2. Was the 360 titles. And then for the Xbox One, I actually like this cover, is dope. Halo 5 Guardians, pretty nice. Another Call of Duty. I couldn't tell you how many of the Advanced Warfare I probably have, but they throw it in for the price. And honestly, I don't know, leave a comment down below, bro, if you guys actually thought that Advanced Warfare was actually good. I believe this was trash. I didn't like the fact that they tried to make a soldier a fucking robot, and I thought it was pretty stupid. Fallout 4, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Terraria, heard a lot of people like this game. I'm not too sure about that. Rise of Tomb Raider, like the Tomb Raider games. I think those are good. Destiny, doesn't have the original case for it. Battlefront, Star Wars, everybody loves Star Wars. The Gears of War and the Rare Replay combo, it's pretty dope. Battlefield 1, I did not like this Battlefield. And Destiny 2. Over here, where you see a lot of the disc ones, you got NBA 2K17, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Darksiders 3, Dead Space, and Final Fantasy. Now, really odd, because a lot of people love the Final Fantasy games. I've never played Final Fantasy. I've tried it, but I've never gone through a full game on it. I don't like, I guess, the storylines to those games. Again, I'm more of the war, first person, third person shooter type, person. That's the type of games I like. Even if you see right here, I mean, there's just, here goes a game right here that I think is just fire. An Army of Two. I think Army of Two was a game that was way, way ahead of its time when it came out as far as that type of gameplay. Assassin's Creed Mirage, that I do not have, so I would love to get that one as far as into my collection. Adamfall, I was going to try. Avowed, I did try. It's a pretty good game. Banjo Kazooie, if you've never played that, shame on you. You should know about that. Battlefields, I mean, I've played. Again, I think after Battlefield 4, everything went to shit. Black was amazing for its time when it first came out. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, I haven't really heard anything about it that, sort of grabs my attention. I think all the Call of Duties are all the same now. I think that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was the best Call of Duty in the last, probably, I'm saying, you're looking at already Call of Duty, we're looking at like Black Ops 6 being out, and actually when they released a new one, you know what I mean, I hope they do it justice, but, right now, I think Battlefield has the edge on the Call of Duty brand right now. But we'll see what happens. This one to me was the best Call of Duty game in a very, very long time. Crash, always a classic. You know what I mean? Crisis, it's a decent game. I liked it. This was one that I was going to download, but I decided sort of to let it be, because I also wanted to play a couple other games that are zombie sort of influenced, like Dead Island. I just got the Dead Space game. I don't think I even have a Dead Space game, so it's nice to see that one. Let me see. I heard that the new Doom is really good. I probably wouldn't play any of these. I'm not a really big Doom fan, but I heard those. The new Doom is actually pretty good. I'm not a big fan of Dragon Ball. I know a lot of people like Dragon Ball games. Fallout, another game that I really haven't gotten myself really interested in. Far Cry, another one the same, and it's got, a very big following on those. I don't know. Gears of War, amazing. Simply put, amazing. I've played them. I think that Gears of War, the last one I actually played was a Gears of War Ultimate Edition. It's just got, a couple of extra things added into the game. But other than that, it's freaking phenomenal. Genshin Impact, obviously, it's just a great game. The one game that I don't see here and I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if they have it available, but it is Little Nightmares 2. High on Life is awesome too. Comical as hell, funny, good game. I liked playing that one. But Little Nightmares 2, oh, there it is right there. Little Nightmares 2. This game right here, guys, if you haven't tried it, you haven't played it, if you've played Little Big Planet, this is like an adult version of Little Big Planet. It is a great game. There's a lot of cool things in the game that you're going to love. It's a great game. Mind you that I do not play games like this. I downloaded it. I started trying to play it, and believe it or not, 45 minutes later I was still playing. I was sucked into the game. Great game. That one though, I think I have it on the Xbox One X 2K20 edition that's right here. So I'm not going to download it obviously on this one because I already have it downloaded, because that's where I actually started playing it. Madden 24, Madden 25. You know what? Shout out to my boy Josh Allen, because I'm a true hard Buffalo Bills fan. I would get the game just because he's on the cover, just to say that, I support the Bills. Besides that, Madden to me is trash. I would still prefer to grab a 2K, 5, football and put it in and play it all day over Madden. And keep in mind that, the 2K series, I mean, if they were available to make football games today, they would completely blow out Madden out of the water. Yeah, I mean, I got some games to look over, guys. I haven't really, I mean, if you notice, I mean, look at this. I mean, got a bunch of consoles set up here, but, look at this all the way across, guys. I mean, I have tried, tested, and played all of these games going all the way over there. Every one of these games have been in my systems. I mean, all of them cleaned, all of them tested, all of them played. I mean, all my Xbox going all the way around, guys. I mean? And, once again, I mean? It's part of what I do. It's part of how I do things. One of the reasons why a lot of these, fucking haters, jump onto, my channel, I mean? And they always talk shit about, whether or not I'm a true reseller or I'm just a glorified collector. And a lot of times it's because they're fucking butthurt, I mean? Because I'm my beliefs, my truths, they don't like, I mean? Which, quite frankly, I don't give a shit. But, at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie to my people. I'm not going to lie to people that I do business with. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, of whether or not, what I do is what I do, whether or not it's, playing, whether it's, collecting, whether it's whatever. I mean, I'm going to be 110% transparent because that's what I do. So for the haters out there who love coming onto, these videos and watching the videos all the way straight through, don't waste your time, guys, because you're not going to bully me into thinking else, like anything else. You know what I mean? You're not going to bully me into changing what I do. I mean? And the fact is, man, when you have what I have, you can talk your shit. Until then, don't talk shit, guys. I mean? Let people who are true gamers, who, want to see, difference, a difference. Who the fuck, I mean, listen, I mean, I don't, I'm not stepping on anybody's hustle, bro. But who wants to see videos of people in thrift shops every day? The way I look at it, you walk in and here, you walking into the man cave, you look at everything that's going on, guys. There is no, no hiding anything from you guys. What you see is what you get here. I always say that. I talk about it a lot because I want you guys to understand how transparent I am. I mean, even on, some of the stuff, like a lot of people say, well, do you have any, like what else is there? Oh, you know what? Funny thing is, I'm going to show you something. Man Cave Boulevard. Everybody has asked me, what is behind this door? Like I got something to hide, right? I'm going to show you. This is where I keep a lot of my stock, a lot of my supplies. And basically, a ton of my pops are right here. I got extra consoles here. I got another Series S. I have 2 of the Xbox One Elites. I actually have a PS5 there on the bottom, the Spider-Man edition. It's in the corner here. You can't see it. I got a Sega Genesis hard case, one of the coolest cases I've had. A ton of more of these DC figures, and then a lot of the extra small things that I have and have collected, DS games, 3DS games, even stuff like a 32X game. I got this one and I got another one called Virtual Racing, that I've picked up a bunch of extra controllers. I have another PlayStation Portal sitting up on the top, a bunch of stuff for the Skylanders, a bunch of PS3 controllers, and towards the back, that's just not even, I won't even say that's quarter of all of the computer PC games that I have as well. And then down here, under my Superman cape there is a bunch more stuff that I'm going to be bringing out soon. A lot more of the collectibles that I want to show you guys that I've picked up in the last several months, but they're collectible. They're different, trading cards, DC, Marvel, Garbage Pail Kids, stuff from the 70s, guys, that are still in beautiful condition, and they're all in their sleeves. Just stuff that I've picked up. I've just not been able to do a lot of the stuff in here yet because I got so much when it comes to the games. But one of my favorite stuff here is my pops, and a lot of my DC figures that are right in here. This is basically like my stash, when I collect a little bit too much. I normally put it in here and I set it aside until things either sell or I find a place later on, so I can go ahead and put most of this stuff. You know what I mean? But the DC stuff, like, there is just practically what you see out here. And, you'll see it all throughout, the man cave, a lot of it. And I know the games cover a quarter of the figures I have, but a lot of the figures I have are going to be, Justice League related, some other ones, but most of them are Justice League, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Robin, Joker, just a bunch of cool stuff. But I do also collect some of my favorite characters in Marvel. So you'll see stuff like Captain America, Iron Man, the Hulk, and stuff like that, which is my favorite. That's why I got that grumpy ass Hulk over there. But yeah, guys, I mean, again, great haul, super happy. You know what I mean? This was 2 hours of my day. But at the end of the day, I was able to do what I needed to do and grab what I needed to grab. Now, I do have a lady tonight that actually has a boxed, I think it's the Super Smash Brothers Edition Nintendo Switch, that she is looking to get rid of. I'm going to be contacting her a little bit later to see whether or not this is something that we can actually do. It will be on a trade. She's looking for a couple of things. I actually have it, and she said that she'll be more than willing to do a trade on a boxed Switch. And of course, when I hear the word boxed, I definitely become extremely interested in it, and I'll jump at it as soon as I can. So that is something that, again, I'm going to bring to you guys hopefully a little bit later. But for now, guys, as always, like, share, subscribe, guys. I'd appreciate it. You know that helps me 1000%. I will never ever ask you guys for a dollar, any type of money. You know what I mean? Your support on this channel, as far as liking and subscribing, is just enough. You know what I mean? As always, man, you know what I mean? Guys, be good to one another. Love, respect, care for each other. You know what I mean? Obviously, in this world today, that is much, much, much needed. You know what I mean? And keep, in mind, guys, when you guys are having rough times, bad times, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Always remember, guys, to ball all that shit up in your hands, you know what I mean? And put that in God's hands, man, because God is good, guys. God is definitely good. And as always, guys, keep your game on.